What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brando here with Brando Reviews, and today we are checking out this SVBONY SV177 scope right here. It's a 3 to 12 times zoom scope, and it's a 44 millimeter size diameter on the scope. So it's a pretty large scope, and you can see I have the extender on it right now. So it is $66.99 on Amazon, and there is a 5% off coupon code, so that brings it down a little bit. But overall, it's about $65 if you consider that coupon right there. So it has two different colors. It has red and green reticles and 5 different brightness settings of each. So you can change the reticle brightness by changing the dial on the side if you want it to be brightness illuminated for whatever purpose you want. It has a Picatinny mount on the bottom, as you can see right here. And you just screw that onto your gun's mounting rail, Picatinny mount rail. With a 3-inch sunshade, which is what this extension piece is right here, which helps block out some of the sun and UV lights by extending the distance from the end of the glass right here. So that's cool. And let's see what else we can see on it here. It has a 1 review, 5-star rating, different adjustments, which we'll talk about later, HD lens system with the multi-coated optic, here and one here. So those are just little protective caps that you can use if you want, but you can just take the cap completely off if you don't want to use them, which I'm going to do for this video, because this cap right here covers your adjustment dial here for your focus ring. So here we go. We're just going to go ahead and show you what is in the box. You can see it says the model number right there, the SV117 3 to 12 times zoom magnification, 44 millimeter size. And you can see the company that made it, Hong Kong SVBONY technology right there, and the SKU. Nothing really else on the box. We'll go ahead and open it right here. And you can see inside there's not really much in here except for the scope, the mounting rings, and a cleaning cloth. So inside this little box right here, you have your mounting rings themselves. You can see it right here. Let's take it out. And you can see these just attached to your rifle's mounting positions on the top right there. So you have a little Allen key right here to tighten them on. You can see they just twist onto your rail right here, secured by tightening it, by grabbing into that loop. And you have your 2 Allen keys up here, which you'll have to completely undo to set the scope inside of it and then put them back on over it. We'll be doing that. So we'll put this aside right here. And you have the actual scope itself right here. You can take off these little caps. You can see them right here, little popping caps. And you can use that to protect it when you're not using it. But they do come completely off. And you'll want to take them completely off to put this on if you want to use the extender that it comes with. Same with this side right here. It has another little pop right here, little protector on it. You can do that and just take it off. And then this just slides off. So that's just sitting on there for protection. So that's just sitting on there for shipping purposes. As you can see, it screws in right here, and this extends your scope's length a good bit, helping you with glare and sunlight by extending the distance from the end of the glass right here. So you can see it right here. You have your focus ring right here, plus minus to get the perfect focus. You have your distance ring up here, 15 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, 50, 75, 100, 150, and unlimited loop yards right there. And then 10 yards right here. So that's just to help you sight it in depending on how far away you're shooting from. Very nice that it has that. And then right here is your 3 to 12 times zoom. You can see down here you have 3, and it goes all the way to 12 times zoom up here at the top. You can see right here, this is how you adjust your up and down. So if you're shooting too high, you can adjust it up or down here. Over here is your left and right control. So if you're shooting to the left or to the right, you use this to sight it in. You just put your Allen key in here if you want to take it completely off. However, you can just turn it just like so. You can hear the clicks. So that's only for maintenance purposes, really, to undo it. You can just turn it, and it's very tight, so it holds this position. So it holds this position very well because of that tightness, but you can loosen it here if you want just a little bit. But I think that's perfect. We don't want it to change by itself. The last dial over here is your actual red and green illumination dial. You can see you have all your different settings on it. You have like 5 different settings of the green color and 5 different settings of the red color. You can see it change right there. A little hard to see, but you have all of those different settings. And then your off setting as well. And to change your battery, it's right here. You just unscrew this cap, and your battery is hiding right behind the illumination dial for it. And you can screw that back on. In the box, you also get your cleaning cloth right there, a user manual right here, and an extra 2032 battery as well, in case you need to change the one eventually. So we're just gonna put this on the gun now, and we have a AR-15 right here. It's a Delton Echo 315. Always make sure that your guns are cleared. I went ahead and put my extender rail on right here, as you can see, so we have some height so it doesn't hit right here on my extended rail. So we're going to sort of set it right here, and you're going to want to make sure that these two are loosened right here, but not too loose that they fall off. And you can go ahead and mount these to your gun first so that you know that they're going to be in the right grooves, or you can mount it here and just send it, hope for the best. So I have both of these loosened just a bit. You can see they're going to extend out a bit right there, and I'm just going to line them up on the holes. So once they're in their holes, you're just going to keep some pressure on it. You're going to tighten them down on this side. You can see I tightened the top one right here, and it's nice and tight. Scope's not going to go anywhere. And then I'm just going to tighten this bottom one here, make sure it's all the way down into its groove first. Sometimes you can lose the groove a bit. As you can see, they're in their grooves very nicely right there and over here. And no gappage between it, and I could honestly hold the entire gun by it. It's not going to go anywhere. You want to make sure that's nice and tight there. So let's go ahead and take a little look out of it here. We're at 10 yards. We'll go ahead and turn on some green illumination here. 2 zoomed in right now. Let's go to 3x zoom. Beautiful. Adjust our focus a bit since we're indoors. You're not looking too far. Me in a picture frame over there. Red illumination is set to 5 right now. We're indoors, so let's go to 1 so it's not too bright and blinding me. A nice little light illumination right there. Very crystal clear looking through this, by the way. It's like looking at a phone camera, honestly. It's insane. All right, so I figured we'll try to get some aesthetic video footage of this in here real quick so you guys can see the entire thing. As you can see, it's a very nice looking scope. It's very long. It's almost the entire length of like my gun, honestly, if you have the 3-inch extender on right here. But it sits very secure on top here, especially with this rail I have on here. No movement at all. It's like a concrete brick basically at this point. If it fits the color, it's the same color, obviously, black. You can see it right here. So just like this, you can see at the tip here, it sort of lines up with my front sight right here. However, that won't be a problem because of the rail. It'll be just above it, and this won't be in your field of view at all. So that's very nice. And even with this sort of extended rail right here, it doesn't hit with the adapter. Without the adapter, it would not have fit over this rail. Looks very nice. These are very secure, very simple. This one's a little gapped because I did this side too tight. So you want to make sure you put these in evenly so that there is no gappage. If you do one too tight, the other won't go down properly. So don't do what I did right there. But overall, it seems very good considering the price of this. About 60 bucks, you get a giant 3-12x zoom scope with illumination. So we're going to attempt to give you guys a little sight through it, a little view through it, that is, and see if you guys can see the illumination. I'm trying. Here's a look at the red illumination right there. It's a little hard for me to get it on the video. You can see when you're actually looking at something, the red's a lot dimmer, but it's still there. But you can sort of see it when I look into the dark void of blackness right there, just for a little test. But obviously it'll be overlaid onto whatever you're seeing. And please don't pay attention to my crooked scope placement. And here's a quick look at the green illumination if you guys want to see what the green looks like. Same sort of deal. Nice bright green. Have your little dots on there to determine your points away, depending on how far you are, yards. And it looks very, very nice on there. So obviously I'm not very good at filming through the scope. Obviously that's very hard to do because you have to line it up just perfectly. But with your eyes, it's actually very beautiful and very easy to see. The clarity is just like my Nikon scope, my P223. Looks just as good, honestly, if not better, and you have more zoom than I do on my scope. I think I paid like 300 bucks for that scope. This one's $65 on Amazon. So considering that, I think it's a great scope. I think the illumination's cool, a little bit unnecessary, but considering the price that you get that, very cool and nice to have, and that you get the rails in that price too. And overall, I think it's a good unit. I didn't get to take it out to the range, but I assume it'll hold its position well because of the tightness of those adjustments. I'm hoping that works good. I will update that eventually once I do that. So this SVBONY scope is $66.99 on Amazon. If you guys are interested, there will be a link down below to purchase it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys really enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe down below to stay up to date on more of these cool tech videos and other kind of videos, I guess. And if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get right back to you. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good one.